Welcome, YouTube family and the world. Okay, so today I have a special guest on, Mr. JT Johnson. I'm gonna let him speak for himself, but this man is very well acquainted with Mr. Reginald Woods. He's known him way longer than I have. A lot of people I'm getting in contact with, I've never met before, don't know them at all, heard of them, been names maybe mentioned and stuff like that, but I don't want to just give all this information. It's coming straight from me. I want it from outside sources. That way, you see that this is facts and something has to be done. You know, this is sad, and this has to be corrected. Like, just has to. So I'm just jump on into it because I don't want to get emotional and stuff like that because it's just really upsets me. But this is Mr. JT Johnson. Man, you guys give him a warm welcome, and I hope you guys enjoy, man. And share this video. Remember, share. Okay, this needs to get big. This needs to be spread around, and it's not just Reginald Woods that's going through things like this. It's Americans all across the country. Okay, so thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very special guest on, as promised. With Reginald Woods, he came across a lot of individuals that he had a great impact on, and to help share his story, this is Mr. JT Johnson. Could you tell us a little about yourself, young man?
Yeah, my name is JT Johnson from Gaston, Alabama. Currently live in Topeka, Kansas. I've known Regina ever since I was 5 years old.
Wow.
We went to kindergarten together, and kindergarten, elementary, middle, and high
Sandbox
school.
friends. That's
Yeah, yeah. So been knowing him. Let me say, I'm 50, so 45 years.
that's longer than I've been alive.
Yeah, growing up, we went on vacations and trips together. So, yeah.
For so from good bit. So as far as his character and the crimes that he was accused of committing, do you think that this man would do something like this or even find himself in this type of situation?
No, and like I say, I've known him 45 years, and some of the stuff that he's done been accused of, and the way he's been treated, it just hasn't been fair.
Right, not even fair. Because they say I'm going to cut you off. This is one thing that I had to correct myself from saying, because people say, "Oh, the system is it's not about being fair." It's about right and wrong, and they haven't been treating them right at all.
Right, and I don't know how much you know about his case or whatever. I done dug deep into it, but the part that gets me is that didn't make it a trial. Was there was a ski mask that they excluded from evidence, and he still haven't been able to get that in. It's almost like shut up, go away. And it was DNA tested by the FBI, and it totally excluded him and our other friend, William Stevens, who's also he's in the penitentiary over in Atlanta.
Yeah, actually need to reach out to him as well. I'm gonna actually make that happen. But yeah, continue. Yeah. So go ahead, continue. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No. People might say that I'm biased because I've known Reginald for so long. Yes or no? Let's say for giggles, let's say if Reginald robbed a bank, just let's say it.
Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically speaking, do a man deserve 90 years for a bank robbery when you got murderers, rapists that do 15 to 20?
Child molesters, not excuse them.
Yes.
They should get the most time. That's my opinion. They should get burnt for real.
I guess a life isn't valued as much as a couple of dollars. And the system needs to be revamped, and it needs to be looked at, and there should be a sense of fairness where the crime fit the punishment.
Yeah, it's completely imbalanced. Like, oh my God.
I guess, and I've asked this many of times to judges, attorneys, the system. how is it that somebody do 10 to 15, 20 years, a child molester, murderer, rapist, and I'm talking first degree murder,
Yeah.
and they out. Let's
Yeah.
say if somebody robbed a bank for $100,000, they get 100 years.
Yeah. Which is actually covered by insurance. So
Yeah, covered by FDIC.
that's not making it right to go rob banks, but I'm just saying it's
No, it's not right, but is a life worth more than $100,000? I don't care if it's 500,000.
Yeah.
Taking a child's innocent, is that worth more?
No, that's priceless. That is horrible. And look, matter of fact, even though I actually in the documents, I'm going to upload it on this video right here. There are terrorists hijack airplanes that have got less time than this man, and he's innocent. And there's proof to show that that's not him, but they still have him locked up. And it's I'll try to explain to people that are free. I've never been in a situation in the system. If you don't have anybody outside, any loved one, doesn't even have to be a loved one, just friend, just somebody to help you, or the system knows that you don't have no help outside, oh, you're done. They can do whatever they want. You're behind bars. What are you going to do? You're locked in a cage. Nobody knows you. Nobody cares about you.
And, I wished I could talk freely about a situation I've been through.
Well, no, go ahead. No, go ahead. I mean, I know you're not going into detail.
The reason I can, I'm under a gag order.
Oh, wow.
I'm under a gag. I would love to talk about my situation.
Yeah.
But they got me gagged.
Wow. See, and this is this is what I was talking about, because a couple episodes back or through some of my videos, I talk about things like I can't get into detail about my case because they use everything against you and stuff like that. In this situation, this young man has been fighting them or fought them, and he knows firsthand the experience of how they manipulate the system. And it's really, they attack people who are uneducated. I'm not gonna say stupid or ignorant, they're just uneducated. Most people that get incarcerated, don't even have their GED, high school diploma. That's why they're out there in the streets doing what they're doing, because they have to make money to provide for their family, because they're undereducated. Nobody showed them another way to make money. So this is what comes next, and that's not right. But then you come across guys like us that actually have a brain and know how to read and write and comprehend things, even though the Black Law Dictionary is a whole nother language in itself.
Sure.
How do you expect us to fight for our life when we have to learn Latin and all these codes and rules and stuff like that, and then you're changing them all the time? Or if we use your same rules and laws that you prosecute us with to actually get our freedom, but when we do it the right way, y'all like, oh no, we're just gonna ignore you. And if it's not in the public view or in public eye, it's doesn't never happen. It's not a problem. It's only when it becomes publicized and more people are getting involved, and they're like, oh wow, now it's a problem. Now the judges and lawyers start really getting that get right.
That's right.
So another thing, what's your occupation, young man?
Currently I'm an accountant. I graduate in May, get my master's in accountancy, and I'm going to take the CPA exam. I want to do audits.
Nice.
But I was a sports agent for 15 years.
Wow.
Pretty good name clients. And given how they try to railroad me, that went off track. So, the damage of reputation, I never get that back.
Yeah. Trust me, I know all about that.
Yeah.
All about that.
Yes.
I know all about that. So wow, this is very, very interesting. This is very, very interesting. So as far as right now, our goal is to try to get our brother out. He needs to get home to his mom. I believe his mother's 86 now.
Yes. Yeah, Mama Woods is 86.
And I'm gonna try to, on the next video, I'm gonna try to get her in to say a couple words. Obviously, it's his mom, she's gonna talk really highly of him, but it's his mom. He needs to be home with her. He spent all this time back behind bars.
26 years.
Because
quarter century.
Because they don't want to do the right thing. Not the fair thing, the right thing. This is what y'all laws
that they messed up.
Exactly. Because they know the repercussion. They're like, if we let this individual out, we're going to be in big trouble.
That's right.
It's the facts. It's the facts. Well, Mr. Johnson, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to add? Because we're trying to get this ball rolling, man, for our brother. Man.
You know, I just hope that a lot of people look at this, read up on Reginald's story, and kind of rally behind and get behind them. And the only way we're going to get him out, we're going to have to get congressmen. We're going to have to get senators. You're going to have to go through the executive branch to get him out. The legislative and executive, the judicial isn't going to do it.
Matter of fact, wasn't he supposed to be released in 2018? I thought they had went by his mom's house, checked it out. Can you tell me a little more about that?
They went by his mom's house, checked it out. He was on the list to get out, but you know, changing wardens, changing regimes, kind of get pushed under the, kind of got lost in the shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Reginald have some significant health issues. And
yes,
I mean, they've done him wrong 26 years.
Yes.
And I'm not saying it because he, you know, I grew up, he's like my best friend. But if I was on the outside looking in, I want people to look at his story and rally behind him. Because somebody out here, somewhere, knows somebody that can get to a congressman, senator, ultimately get to the president. That's what it's pretty much going to take to get Reginald out. A president gonna have to sign a pardon or commute his sentence.
And the people, you people watching now, we need your help. We really, this brother needs your help. And there's hundreds of brothers and sisters just like this individual. And let me make this clear. This is not just a white and black thing. This is a human being people thing. Okay.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I looked it up the other night because when I was doing time, statistics were different. The amount of people locked up in the federal system has changed. The top numbers are not black anymore. No. Oh, it's not. And when I show you, and you can go to the BOP website and look this up, this will surprise you. And this information can be found at bop.gov. I will put the link in the description box below. And also the cases and the charges. I did my research. I was like, I didn't want to just start talking about something and you're like, oh, okay, you don't know what you're talking about. Did my research on it. So these things are going to really surprise you. But the main goal right here is we're trying to bring Reggie's story to the forefront so that people out here could know. And like Brother JT or Mr. Johnson, he knows him. He known him for, I only knew Reggie for 6 years. Well, I've known him for longer than that, but I did time with him for 6 years.
Sure.
And this man right here, I looked up to him so much. Because to be in this type of situation and you weren't wrong and you're still walking around with a smile on your face, you're positive, you encourage other people, took a whole bunch of classes, you carry the church, he just does so much. And I said, with my time, I look at him, I said, this ain't nothing compared to this man. And without him, honestly, without encountering this man, I know my life would have been different because I had this man to uplift me and bring me through a really, really hard time and show me like, hey, man, it's not that bad. You could be in my situation. So,
I mean, he done touched a lot of people's lives in 26 years he's been down.
Yes. And actually set a couple people free. Helping them.
Exactly. He done helped set a lot of people free. Doing
legal work, just trying to fight, man. You know, if like I said before, the ones that are uneducated, they don't care about. They drag them through the mud. You know, I mean, they don't care about anybody really.
Sure.
But guys like us, when we get on our paperwork and we start shooting off motions and stuff like that and start researching and say, hey, well, this is wrong, and this is wrong. Not just saying it verbally, putting it on documentation. So it hits that court docket and it becomes public record and it's not going anywhere.
Sure.
You know, so that's our goal. Well, Mr. Johnson, man, thank you so much for your time, man. We just got to keep this thing going, man. We got to keep this thing going, brother, man. Thank you so much, man.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Bye-bye.
Remember to check that description box below, you guys. I'm always going to try to leave some special treats down there for you and some really important information. All right. Thank you. And remember to share. Help Mr.